Good day, everybody. It's Trent Klarenbach with the Klarenbach Grain Report. Today is November the 13th, 2025. Let's talk Durum. So Durum's had a nice little rally here, and yeah, we caught it and we were able to catch that one, I believe. We first talked about our rally idea back on October the 2nd, so that was probably one of the early ones to come out of a rally. We followed up with a follow-up here on October the 22nd and give you an update on where that rally is going. We talked about it back here in October the 2nd, about a 20 to 40 cent rally, and we're getting pretty close to that now. Let's take a look at our Klarenbach Price Index. So this is a daily chart, so this line is the closing daily price on our index. So back then our index was at 747 October the 2nd. Now it's trading at 774. So 747 to 774 is 30 cents. So we talked about a 20 to 40 cent rally, and I would say we're at that midpoint now. Now, I don't know how high this rally can go. There's really no limit to it, really, but I did have suggested a 40 cent rally just because this previous support here back in August of 24 and previous support often acts as resistance. Take a look at the weekly chart. Let's put our candlesticks on here because, hey, we like our candlesticks. Yeah, we're seeing right now the price is fighting with this trend line that goes all the way back to August of 2015. It's likely going to retest this 787 level, like I said earlier. But we're trading above a rising 10-week moving average. So that's a good sign. And I'm going to show you why it's a good sign. Look what happens every time we trade above a red 10-week moving average. Usually leads to a rally of some significance. Sometimes a little significance, sometimes great significance. So it's a good sign. I got this wedge forming here on this weekly chart. Maybe I can turn on the monthly. We'll see what that looks like now. Let's stick on the weekly. And we have this wedge forming with these yellow trend lines here. They're faint to see, but they're there, and it almost suggests maybe one, if A, B, C, D. Kind of think there's one more move down. I want to put the linear chart on, and you can see how these moving averages form this. I think it's called the parabola. Parabola? Yeah, whatever. It's curves, and if that's the case, then if you think it's going to come down here, we're coming down to this 570 level. So that's a $2 drop lower than today, back down to this low. But if it breaks below 730, then we start to have those discussions, but we're not there yet. And but that's why I think it's a good opportunity to sell some Durum into this rally. Let's take a look at the United States. This is the cash Durum index on bar chart. That's the monthly chart. You can see we had a nice little rally in the last 2 months, but of course we anticipated that. Remember our October 2nd conversation? Right now the index is trading at 573, I would say, and again, take a look at this level. If we get a rally in US Durum up to that 613, 616 level, that acted as support back here in August of 24. It acted as resistance throughout the fall of 19 and spring of 20. It's been a significant level in the past. So let's see if that continues. But I anticipate a rally up towards those levels. So that's another 30 or 40 cents on the US side of things. So yeah, whatever that's a good sign. Let's take a look at Europe. This is the Saskatchewan European Durum Wheat Index. And just a reminder, this band down here, we identified this as a price target or level of interest back, I don't know, a couple years ago maybe. And we're finding some sort of support there. Why did we identify that area? Look at this band here. It's previous resistance, previous support. It's just, yeah, these things act as magnets. You actually anticipate they're going to happen that way. Let's look at the daily chart. I should actually zoom these out so you can see them better. The daily Again, we're finding that resistance or support from that 260 level, and now we're back trading above the 50-day moving average. It's still declining, but it looks like almost a head and shoulders pattern forming here. Left shoulder ahead, and then maybe the right shoulder maybe pull back down. Maybe it forms a neckline. It's too early to talk that way, but this is what we do. We see these patterns forming, we anticipate or monitor them, anticipate how we're going to react to those levels. But we're trading above a 50-day moving average. It's still declining, but if that starts to flatten out and rise, then our conviction of higher prices develops in Europe. So there we go. Saskatchewan durum wheat prices, the United States durum wheat prices, and the European durum wheat prices. My name is Trent Klarenbach. It's sunny in Saskatoon. Life's good.